Are you struggling with ad fatigue, or are you just not getting sales on your e-commerce store? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down a lot of different struggle points that a lot of marketers have when it comes to actually selling products. You see, I've shown you a lot of different examples over the years now of all the different types of ads that you can run. I've given you practical knowledge of all the types of ads that I run in my business. I've also tried to show you some success stories of people who have made it big with their e-commerce business. But what you need to understand is that if you don't understand how people buy and why people buy, it will be very difficult to make a convince a person who is just randomly scrolling on their Facebook feed to actually click on your ad and then make the purchase. And in order to actually convince people, it's all about hooks and angles. See, if you want more sales on your Shopify store, you need to understand what types of hooks and angles you can use in your business, because every product is different, every niche is different, every audience is different. You need to speak the audience language. And in this video, I'm going to tell you a lot of different ways. I'm going to show you a lot of different examples on how to come up with these hooks and angles and what types of hooks and angles exist, so that when you start taking them and start using these angles in your products, in your ads, I bet you're going to see a massive increase in sales. And especially if, let's say, you're facing ad fatigue on a previous generation of an ad, you can actually end up creating new different types of ads. It's going to give you a lot of different ideas if you're running an e-commerce business. So let's dive in. Now, the concepts I'll be telling you in this video can be used to, of course, to revive old products that were winners for other people or for yourself in the past. It can also be used to actually create new trends, right? So you can actually take a brand new product and create a trend out of it if you hit the right notes, if you hit that right hook, that right angle to take with that product, right? So as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, there are different emotions that people go through, and selling is all about understanding those emotions that people go through. I won't be as technical in this video because I'll be more practical. In the last video, I actually told you all the emotions that exist and why people buy. But in this video, I'll show you examples of successful people who are actually running Facebook ads successfully for their e-commerce businesses and making bank. So keep paying attention, keep watching this video till the end. And you know what? I've actually experimented with a lot of different types of ads and ad copies over the years. And in this video, I'll be telling you about 7 different types of angles and 7 different types of ad copies that you can create that actually ends up creating a massive, massive impact on your sales. So if you've been actually just struggling to just get sales whatsoever, even just watching this video and implementing what I'm telling you, the different type of ads that you can create, if you start experimenting with those, I can bet you're going to find 1 or 2 such ads that become like super awesome winners for you, right? So this strategy is super secret. Nobody is actually talking about this because this is, to be honest, the holy grail when it comes to getting sales. So I demand your attention in this video. First off, you need to understand your market. Who are you even talking to? What are the parents? Are they children? Are they teenagers? What type of lingo do they speak? What are the demographics? Where are they located? What is the age range? If you don't understand the audience, then you're going to create ad copy that just doesn't click with your audience. And that's exactly what we don't want. Now listen, there is a very simple way of understanding your audience. All you need is like a broad keyword. Put it inside Facebook Insights and look at the demographics of what the people are, what age range they belong to, what kind of pages they like. And suddenly you'll start to realize a trend of people who like, let's say, golfing. You'll see what type of pages they like, what age range they belong to, whether they're male or primarily female. So you'll get a lot of different data just using Facebook Insights. So use that tool to find out your demographics. And the best way to learn, as I've always said, is through examples. So what are those 7 types of hooks and angles that you can take with when it comes to running your Facebook ads? So let's start off with the first one. The first one is explainer. So in explainer, you're actually explaining what the product does, showcasing its benefits in ticks and bullet points inside your ad copy. And here's an example. Keep your leftovers tasting as great as they did the day you made them vacuum sealing them. Preserve your food longer. Vacuum seal bowls, plates, or skillets, easy to clean. And then there's a link. Simple, to the point. It explains what the product is all about. And another example to show you. Listen up, you all. There is nothing unsexier than a filthy rusty rusty gun. See, these type of lines, right? So they know who they're talking to, right? So people who own guns, a lot of, like, I believe people in southern part of North America, of US, so they speak this kind of like, listen up y'all, all right? So they're trying to speak their language. There's nothing unsexier than a filthy rusty gun. Here at Trigger Fanatics, we just designed the perfect one-step solution for your gun maintenance needs: cleans, protects, lubricates, and of course there's the link that's below. The second type of ad that you can create is FOMO, fear of missing out. So what you're looking for is to showcase a product that instantly clicks with people and then tell people that you're running out of stock and then people need to buy. While this might not work with all types of products, but if it's a product that people are seeing for the first time and they are like literally interested in getting that, if you have this FOMO hitting the right spot with the right note, it can actually get you pretty good results. Just check this ad out. These ultimate and proven safety shoes were designed with lightweight and ultra comfortable standards. These are flying off our shelves faster than the manufacturer can produce, and we have mobilized 2 factories. Get yours ASAP before we're out of stock. So this entire ad copy is all about like the FOMO angle, right? Fear of missing out. So get it right now before we run out of stock. We've actually got 2 factories running on full steam right now. All right, so this is the type of angle here, and of course this won't work with all types of products, all types of niches, but if you can hit the right notes with this kind of FOMO, it can actually produce pretty good results. Now, this is not the perfect ad to show you that I just explained right now. It has got several grammatical mistakes. The capitalization was all over the place. It could be made much better. But just as an example of the type of copy you should be going for in the FOMO, this is a pretty good example. Moving on to the next type of ad, which is movement, right? So this is for those kind of ads that where you're creating a movement of people who follow your brand or follow your product. You're creating a movement where, and this won't work with all types of products. This will only work with certain types of products where people want to be part of a tribe, a community of people who are doing the same thing, especially things like exercise related, right? So this kind of thing. These BFR bands are revolutionizing the way guys train in the gym forever. Lift less weight, make more gains, and get an explosive pump. Ready to join the BFR movement, right? So this is the movement type of an ad where you're actually pumping up people to become a part of an exclusive club of people who would want to use this product, right? The other type is the punchline, and this is very interesting. This can be used with a lot of different scenarios and pretty much all types of products. This is one of my favorites, of course. This is basically a one-liner and the best way you can position your product with that one-liner. Now listen, there are so many ways in which you can position your product. A very good example I can tell you right now is if you find your product on, let's say, Amazon or eBay, check out the copy that they have listed inside those product descriptions. Check out the copy that other dropshippers or other e-commerce vendors are using inside their Facebook ads for that same product. You'll start to get some ideas. And finally, check out your competitor product pages. What is their headline? What type of text are they using? What are the main keywords they're trying to hit? So that will give you ideas on how to create your own punchline. That one single line that basically hooks a person into the ad and then they click and buy the product. Some amazing examples to show you here is this upright thing. This tiny device is your secret to looking more attractive. Short, to the point, and punchy. Everybody wants to look attractive. Listen, these punchline ads are all about hitting the emotional note, right? So if you haven't watched that video, again, watch that video where I talk about the core emotions that make people buy. But this is this ad that's super effective right now, right? Of course, the ad also matters, but this gets you a start point. This gets you to a point where you can create your ad modeled off of this hook and angle that you just created. All right, another punchline ad. This is transform your living room. This curly Q light is guaranteed to have your guests just stop and stare. Who doesn't want their guests to just stop and stare? Short, to the point, this image rocks, and this kind of ad also works really, really well. I'm telling you all these examples of punchline ads because I know how awesome these can be, how powerful these can be for your business. Another, turn heads on the streets, light up your tires, right? Awesome. Those who are running bikes, they like people who are running like bicycles, so they love this kind of lingo, like turn heads on the streets, light up your tires, right? And then of course this is the little device that is shown in the thumbnail. Pretty awesome. All right, the other type of ad that you can create is say what. So what are the say what type of ads? Well, the say what type of ads are basically by presenting a pain point and then offering a solution, right? These can also be coined as Q&A ads. You can even do it like struggling with XYZ question mark. check this out, or this little device or this little thing is going to solve all your problems. So this can also be done in the Q&A angle. This can also be like done this way, where the example is, goodbye neck and back pain, our viral ergonomic desk is changing the game, get yours 50% off plus free shipping, right? So again, it hits the right pain points, and it's basically telling people that of those who have like neck and back pain, you can say goodbye to that. Why? Because you can use the ergonomic desk that is showcased right here. The other type of ad, that is the say what type of ad, it's you can easily empty containers with the liquid transfer pump. Now I didn't put it with the the punchline, because there's no punchline here. It basically just is a one-liner which tells what the product is all about, right? So you can easily empty containers for those people who want to empty containers with this liquid transfer pump, straight to the point, and it says what the product does. Sometimes these type of ads also do really good wonders, right? Now the other type of ad which I absolutely adore is the story type of ad. Now these can be actually pretty long type of copy that you can write, but as you see here, this type of ad, and this works especially for like jewelry products, watches, lifestyle kind of things. So you have this attract never-ending flow of money, good luck and abundance. Pishu, also known as Piyao, this powerful talisman to bring riches into the home or workplace. And this continues, of course. So there's a little story that's written behind this product. And what this does, it instantly makes the person connect to the product, even though this is just a product, right? But if you create a story around it, it becomes much more easier to convince a person why they should buy it, right? So this is a good example of a story type of ad. The final type of ad copy that I would like to tell you about is something that is really working right now for a lot of different people, and that is the testimonial style. I'll be showing you two examples of this. Now the testimonial style is all of course about getting a testimonial from, let's say, either your previous ad Facebook comments or from some reviews that you have seen on AliExpress or some other places of that same product, and then putting it inside your ad. Ideally, if a person leaves a review on your store, that of course works best. You can just take that testimonial and put it inside your ad copy, but this does tremendously well. So you see here, your replacement for video games is finally here. Our family has played several games so far and the fun continues. I'm so happy, Maddie P. Both of my sons feel the joy of interaction, brainstorm and experience different fun, Dan H. And there's another example right here. I finally carried the moon in my hands. It's amazing. And of course, this starts off with this testimonial, and then they begin with the, we have sold so many units and we offer this 30-day hassle-free returns, shipping and whatnot. So these are two type of ads, like the testimonial examples that I showed you. You can even have like a full testimonial that comes up and then just be like, get yours here or buy now, and with an arrow, the link. So these type of ads do really well. So these are 7 types of ads, and I want to also tell you guys about a bonus type of ad, which is of course retargeting, and a very interesting ad that I came across. This was of course using one of the most popular one product stores out there, Blendjet. And as you can see, very simple, to the point, but it hits the right notes. Ready to get blending, come back and get 10% off on your order. Use Save 10 at checkout. Simple, to the point. But remember, these type of ads, they've probably experimented a lot with this copy and they've come up with this, but it's simple, ready to get blending. They know who they're talking to. These are people who have visited the Blendjet website but not purchased, and then they come back and get 10% off, and there's the coupon right there to complete the purchase. It's short, it's to the point, it makes the effect that I want. And if I've already been to Blendjet, it means I'm already interested in it, and if I'm getting a 10% coupon, I'm more willing to buy. So these are the type of ads that you should be looking at. These are the types of hooks and angles that you can create. And of course, every product is different. Every niche is different. It just depends on what angle you take. And of course, as I told you, look at Amazon, eBay, product descriptions, other ads to create all the type of hooks and angles you can do. And the best way to do that, I'm telling you by far, has been once I take a look at all these different examples. Let's say if I want to launch a new product, I look at all these different, other sources that are selling that same product, get some ideas on how that audience talks and what kind of copy is being used successfully on other stores and other places. And then I just sit quietly. I just think on the product, what the product does. I play back the video that I saw of that product, of what the product does. And then I try to imagine what the audience thinks about that. How I can, what type of demographic is that audience? What type of language they want to hear? What one thing can I tell them? What punchline can I tell them that'll just instantly hook them to that particular product? So take out your own solo time, think on what the product does, and then come up with your own ad copy that does incredibly well for you. Now, before I end this video, I of course want to show you some bad examples, things not to do. And a lot of it has to do with grammatical overuse of emojis, not hitting enter or spaces between that. So you see here, So the BlendJet thing has done a pretty good job. They've hit the enter between each line, and this comes up really well. But some ads are just not like that. You see here something like this. So, and they've done like all caps. So this is again something I don't really recommend, and overuse of emojis. Again, this one is like they have not given spaces in the emojis. They've not hit the enter so that the gaps between the lines aren't there. And of course, then they have the grammatical errors are also quite glaring in this ad. And again, this is overuse of emojis, just too much done here. And kids are gonna be crazy about it. Amazing products, like it doesn't make any sense, guys. Be better than this. Create a hook about your product that is unique to you, and then start advertising, because this is going to make a huge impact. A couple more examples. You see here, gave it a bad, poor rating for this ad, because even though this does give like a 20% off, but what they've done is written, instead of time is ticking, they've done time is ticking. So not really. So then you have, of course, this one, to celebrate 5,000 customers, we are offering 40% off. Nobody really cares. If you start off with this line, you haven't really, attracted the right kind of customer. You want to start off with something else. While mentioning like how many customers you have and celebrating that, offering a discount is fine. It shouldn't be the first aspect of your ad. Your ad should start with a hook. How you're hooking people. How we have sales pages and we have the headline on top that just hooks people into the sales page, similar to that. So I hope this video gave you a lot of different examples. If you're struggling with getting sales, if you're struggling with ad fatigue, if you want to launch new ads of the same product, of some previous products you have run, I hope this video gives you plenty of examples, plenty of insights, so that when you start advertising, you can do it better. Always strive to be better with your advertising, because I'm telling you, the right hook can literally change your life, because it can drive amazing results for your business. I'll see you next time, and until then, okay. Tata. Bye bye.